Two rival bosses were killing each other's men in the streets of New York. Both believed they were fighting for control. Neither one saw the man standing behind both of them, the one who would end up killing them both. New York City, 1930, the Castellammarese War. Two old-world Sicilian bosses, Masseria and Salvatore Maranzano, locked in a bloody fight for control of the American mafia. Both men believed in the same thing: total dominance. One supreme boss, everyone else beneath him. Charles "Lucky" Luciano worked under Masseria, publicly loyal. Privately, he saw something neither boss could see about themselves. The war would never truly end, because even if one of them won, the very system they were fighting to control would produce the next war, and the one after that. As long as there was a single throne worth killing for, men would keep killing for it. Luciano decided the war wasn't the problem. The throne was. So he made a choice that would define the rest of his life. He secretly reached out to Maranzano, offered him a deal. Help me remove Masseria, and the war ends. In April 1931, Masseria was gunned down at a restaurant in Coney Island, set up, according to most accounts, by the very man he trusted, Luciano. Maranzano took power, declared himself boss of bosses, called a meeting of hundreds of mafia members to lay out the new order, with himself at the very top. And within months, he was already making the same mistake Masseria had made: consolidating power, eliminating threats, becoming exactly the kind of target that starts wars. Luciano understood what came next before Maranzano did. In September 1931, Maranzano was assassinated. Men posing as government agents walked into his office and killed him. Two bosses, both dead. Both killed with Luciano's hand, somewhere in the plan. Here is where this story becomes something more than another gangland murder. Luciano now had the exact opportunity both dead men had killed for. The throne was empty. He could have declared himself the new boss of bosses. No one would have stopped him. He didn't. Instead, Luciano called a meeting of crime bosses from across the country, and he did something no one in that world had done before. He abolished the title entirely. In its place, he created something called the Commission, a governing body made up of the heads of the 5 major New York families, along with other powerful figures across the country. No single boss, no supreme ruler, just a table, where every seat carried equal weight. Luciano understood something most men in power never learn. The title, Boss of Bosses, wasn't a prize, it was a target. Every man who held it would eventually be killed by someone who wanted it next. By removing the throne itself, Luciano didn't just end one war. He removed the reason for the next 10. Here is why I'm telling you this story. Most men, when they solve a problem, stop there. They win the argument. They beat the rival. They take the deal. And then, the exact same conflict resurfaces 6 months later, wearing a different face. Luciano didn't ask, "How do I win this war?" He asked what keeps generating wars like this one, and then he removed it. That is a different level of thinking entirely. In your life, in your business, in your relationships, you will face the same conflict more than once, dressed differently each time. The same argument with a different person. The same problem in a new job. The same pattern, repeating. Most men keep fighting the current version of the fight. The disciplined man asks a harder question. What is the actual structure producing this? And how do I remove that? Not just win today's round. The code is simple. Don't just win the war in front of you. Find what keeps starting the war and take that apart instead. That is the unwritten code. If this hit different, subscribe. This is a Work App Performance production. Every week we break down the mindset, strategy, and discipline of the world's most calculated minds. and translate it into principles for the man who is ready to build something real. No fluff, no shortcuts, just code. Welcome to Unwritten Code.